Oh, okay. So the dollar, it's it's outside of its counter trend line. It is respecting this massive level, this massive trend line. Um, you know, it's looking extremely bullish, right? So this fib that I have on is to measure pretty much just this main leg, and we are in the first place of the pullback. A pullback that can actually give us a proper sell opportunity. So, so this is what I'm thinking, right? Tomorrow's Wednesday. That's a trading day for me. Wednesdays and Thursdays, because that's when you have your mid-trade reversals. I'm already starting to see hesitation. This right here, this is what it looks like. You're getting there, you're moving away, you're getting there, you're moving away. And that's kind of all I need to see the day before, the night before, in order to assume something like this is going to happen. Because before price yeets in any direction, it's always going to give you either, or it's going to give you. So yeah, because I have this assumption that the dollar is going to break bearish. And if it does, I'm not I don't know. I who am I to know where price is going to go? But I think that a decent take profit would be here. Because I have such a strong bullish bias long term overall, I think that, if it really came down to it and price had to come back, I really do think it could come back there. But so saying all that to say, I have some impending bearish vibes from the dollar, and that brings me to her, GU. So I am, man, oh man, there's so many reasons to actually, okay, what is this? Go over here. There's so many reasons to want to sell, and I am wholeheartedly all here for sells. However, I take my directional bias from the weekly time frame. And as much as I want to sell immediately, I gotta say, we simply have not broken yet. We haven't done the work to actually break this level. If we have two bearish candle closes below here, cool. That would be a different story. I can't quite say I'm bearish though. I'm definitely looking out for it though, because we have the break of the counter trend line. Um, can you not? We have We have this. Okay, so we got one day. Well, technically 2 days until this monthly candle closes. And if it does, honestly, it's still technically bullish. Because what this is, on GU, it's extremely, it's interesting, is what it is. Because we have this level right here that we then broke by these two bullish candles. And this is the monthly time frame. You can't simply ignore it. So here's my thing. I'm thinking, okay, if the weekly actually does decide to break bearish, I don't think it's a forever thing, right? I think this is what's going to be going on because, again, higher highs, higher lows, and then we have a higher high. But just speaking in terms of right now, yeah, I want what I would need to see before buying is simply a break of this level. If that happens, the counter trend line would also be broken. If that happens, this would also be broken, which is breaking back above this liquidity level. And that's a lot of confluence in one place, not gonna lie. And do I want to take the trade all the way up to the previous highs? Not necessarily at all, because I don't know how far it's gonna go. So I'm gonna play it safe, keep it simple. So this is really the only thing that I'm looking for. I am aware that this is the last week of the month, and so I got to be extremely picky about my trades because I'm learning about market cycles when it comes to the weekly and when it comes to, the monthly time frames, and they're actually very orderly and they all make sense. Um, even just another thing to be with these, like another confluence for buys is look at how that previous daily candle closed, look at where it closed at. And so yeah, the last thing I'm waiting for is honestly just if this can be broken, then the counter trend line will be broken, then the blue line will be broken, and then the weekly level will be respected. Again, I have this little blue line here because if it decided to only come up 50%, then or like, in this region, then that's cool. Again, I'm not trying to push it to where it doesn't want to go. So yeah, I'm only looking at GU, potential GU bias for this week. GJ, I'm not even dealing with her right now. I think that there's actually an impending bearish push. Don't know how aggressive, don't know how long it will be. Don't really care because we're not there yet. But yeah, GU for sure, for sure. And gold, I don't know what she's doing, but she's not in a good place for me to buy or sell or do anything. And it's consolidating like crazy. It did just break out of this very powerful and strong trend line, I suppose. But again, I'm not really gonna touch that or play with that because it doesn't really make sense to me in the slightest. Like it could come up here and do something, but even then, like that's just, yeah, it's just no. No, 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 no. UJ, I could see falling again. It just wouldn't make sense for me to take a trade like this because if this is my bias, then what do I look like selling up here? Like, no, I should be buying down here. And even last week, I had such a mental conundrum trying to figure out if I buy UJ or buy gold because I know that they correlate. I mean, they inversely correlate. So the fact that I had to buy buys on both, I knew one of them was wrong, and I chose to go with gold buys instead, unfortunately, but it's all good. Um, all it did for me was kind of reinforce the fact that, hey, maybe the dollar is actually going to be bullish. But again, we haven't broken this. So when we do break this level, I do believe wholeheartedly that the dollar is officially bullish. Like I can take trades as if the dollar is bullish with confidence, which is something I have not been able to do because it simply just wasn't. Like it really just wasn't. And again, I'm going based off of like what's happening, what price is looking like here. Pretty much what's maintaining. Lower highs are maintaining. Lower highs are maintaining. Lower highs are maintaining. Lower highs are still maintaining, and it has not undone itself yet. So until we get a proper break of this weekly resistance right here, I'm still bearish on the dollar. But I mean, mind you, I'm very aware of the fact that, definitely have some bullish vibes. It's just not 100% confirmed. So that being said, yeah, GU buys for tomorrow is what I will look out for. Again, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I will, look or just wait for next week, see if we can get a potential trade. If not, it's cool. Just keep on going. All right, happy trading.